Afternoon, Jeff.
Howdy.
Welcome.
So we're looking south. We want to go north?
Yep. So you want to just turn to port, get kind of squared up on north, and we'll put in a ship move due north when you're ready. We're not really looking for anything in particular, so
Roger that.
you can take your time, mow the lawn.
Okie dokes. Get some of this mud off here.
Yeah, we're going to have to
Do a good
do some
spray.
really good rinses this afternoon.
Yeah. All right. Turning up on north. Z-bias down a little. Do we got any rocks or anything? Why is the Z-bias so high?
We have no samples.
I think Levi was just playing with it a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. See what that does.
Alrighty, so I think we're just continuing north,
Okay.
exploring this
Continuing north. Mow the lawn,
flat
or-
part of the slope of the
Yeah, whatever,
east side of the
whatever you
Esmeralda
feel
crater.
like doing right now, Jeff.
Roger that.
We got time.
Okay.
We are at a depth of about 240 meters.
Your goal, should you partake, find us something amazing.
Roger that. Well, I'm gonna head. Yeah, it does need to be tuned down a little. Well, I wonder why we're heavy.
Seeing a lot more shimmering of the water immediately in front of us.
Yeah, no kidding. Temperature just dropped over the last little while. Is it coming up at all?
It is.
Interesting.
And it's actually, you're backtracking the direction that Levi was going. So,
You want to follow your heading north as I come across your screen?
yep.
I think the only way to spot something cool and small in the sand is to come in a little, right, video?
I think we're more looking for big giant things that light up your sonar.
Ah. I see. Well, I do have something in sonar this way. Maybe. Let's see what that is.
This view is so calming.
I see some crinoids,
I feel like I should be
Yeah,
meditating right now.
Yeah, I've got something over here.
which we've seen a lot of.
You've seen a lot of these?
Yeah.
It would make a good screensaver.
It absolutely would make a good screensaver. I agree. Oh, so we've got another patch of crinoids coming up.
Although they're sitting on something that we have not seen.
A rock?
Let's see,
Looks
they're
like a
probably
rock.
sitting on a rock.
Rather large rock.
Blocky rock.
So we should look at that rock.
They are definitely
partial.
taking advantage
It
of this
looks
nice hard
layered.
substrate right there.
Hold there.
Got a couple pieces of rock.
There's a hole under the rock.
Alright, I'll pick up
And
a
there's some
little.
scour around the rock.
Rock! Rock!
There's a crab orange on the rock.
Yeah.
We geologists are simple folk.
I
We
see a
really
rock
enjoy the
too.
rock.
Notice
see
you
two
the
rocks.
concentration of soil.
Rock.
Shimmering.
Oh, you
Big
geologists, you're
boulders.
cracking me up.
I wonder why these two are dug out.
They're probably just scoured around.
Crab.
Smaller rock to the
Yeah, you want to
left.
go on a crab shoot?
There's a
To the left, there's a rock.
Hey,
Was there a smaller rock to the left? When they're done zooming in on, is this a crab or a squat lobster?
Aren't squat lobsters crabs?
It's just an animal.
I don't know.
I was
Both
told,
It's a crab.
locations.
And what's on top of it?
I was told squat lobster and crab.
With a hydroid on
the
top.
Same thing.
A crab with a decorator hydroid?
Can you
You're
get a
not
little
on.
closer,
You're not on.
video?
You're not on.
Take some of that sugar out of the shot.
I didn't think it was. It was a joke.
No, a little.
Okay, so to the
Lots of
left, is there a
things.
smaller rock by any chance?
There's a ton of rocks.
Oh,
over
we
on
collecting
the
a rock
left.
now?
It's
We are
rocks or
looking to
pebbles?
see if there is a rock we can collect. I don't want to pick up a pebble.
Well, there's a rock
No,
with
there's a
a
rock with crinoid on it.
crinoid on it.
To the left.
Let's go take a look at the rock with the crinoid on it.
Orange
It's sort
cinnamon
of a
crab at the
yeah,
moment.
10
Let's take a
centimeter
look.
rock.
So one of the things we try to do is to minimize biology collections on rocks. That's actually something we are supposed to do.
Is there a reason that this
So if we
crinoid
don't
is
need a
particularly
crinoid,
sought after?
exactly. So if we don't need the crinoid, we probably should not take the rock.
Come in partial on this nest of rocks. See if there's anything
Right,
in
but
here.
don't these crinoids kind of jump off when you're disturbed?
Do they?
I mean, I have no idea.
Will they reacquire a grip if I
Well,
pick up
that's
a rock
what
and
Chris
they do jump
told
off?
me.
Or do we kill it?
Yeah, they can definitely.
There you go.
I'm not sure if I believe these people.
Oh,
There's a
a
rock.
Here's a spot block.
How big is that
Doesn't have a
Come on,
rock?
partial.
crinoid
Let's
on
hit the
it.
lasers on it. That's a 10 centimeter rock. Maybe
If even.
9 centimeter rock.
It's tiny.
Too small.
Yeah, let's keep moving. We'll try to find another rock.
Before we take off, we can go back to the crab.
Sorry,
I saw some
geologists.
pink
You can,
tinge
yeah.
of
Not feeling
coral.
good about these particular rocks.
But that rock with the little tiny white things on it looks perfect.
It was very little.
Rock with the tiny white things on it. Where are they?
I don't know. Was it the little one we were looking at? Yeah,
Oh,
it
wait,
was the
there's
little
a
one we were
rock.
looking
What's
at.
that?
What? What are you looking at?
The one that the
That guy right
lobster
here, that's a
is
10
hiding under, just to the left of the crinoid that's in
10
the
centimeters?
tube.
That rock is really, really small, so I think we'd be better off holding off to try to find another rock sample.
I don't have to carry it. All right, moving over to the crab.
Okay, good luck.
We're keep looking. Don't worry, we will keep looking.
We can pick up 2 rocks. The bird in the hand is, well, whatever the saying is. Crab. Come in partial on the crab. Let me get it.
So we're going to zoom in again. We're looking at that crab with the hydride on it. And,
Okay, you can go a little further.
oh, is that another hermit crab right above it? And what are the little pink things?
Tilt up and look at the pink things.
What are all those tiny little pink things?
I see what you
Fully
mean,
clothed
but
crab.
it's...
So is the middle thing a hermit
Is that
crab?
full zoom?
Whee!
Where's full zoom? Wee. You want the purple guys? I can get closer even
So,
closer.
no, it's
Yeah,
okay. The
what are
purple
they?
will just look like young corals, maybe.
Lots and lots. of them.
And yes, that is a pagurid just above the crab.
There's a little shrimp to the right of the crab leg.
Oh yeah, the clear one wiggling around there.
Neat.
Hard with the shimmer to see it.
There's actually
yeah.
so
Yep,
much on
got
this
it.
rock. That's crazy.
Then there's a smaller pagurid up above,
Crawling around up. the
crawling
top
around,
left.
yep.
So do you think those little pink things are corals?
Perhaps, yeah, they could be stony corals. Stylasterids, that's what Chris is saying.
Tilting up.
All right, so those of you
We've
who are-
also got another shrimp here underneath, finding refuge underneath the crinoid
Oh yeah.
stalk.
What's the white squishy looking thing?
Perhaps a sponge.
This rock is
You can
really
see,
very
but you can
interesting.
just see how this crinoid is actually like looped its cirri around that sort of what looks like maybe a dead cup coral
Yeah.
in the front.
So Scott France, who's at the University of Louisiana Lafayette, thinks that those small pink things are small
A little
hydrocorals.
more tilt
So
up.
stylasterids,
More up high.
stony corals.
How is a hydrocoral a stony coral?
You're thinking of
No,
I don't
mean,
know.
It just seems a little weird. Just asking.
Okay, video's clear with this.
Okay.
And the
Up
shrimp
there.
that we just saw, the largest one, was likely from the genus Plesionica.
So it's very interesting to me that this rock just has tons and tons of things on it. It's like the only hard substrate in the area. We haven't really seen very many other rocks, and so it's like everything thinks that this is the place to be.
Prime
In your
real
utility
estate.
Yep.
camera, that gate, the comp gauge looks like it's for. Is that a comp gauge or is that a hydraulic gauge?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the hydraulics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hydraulics are off. So
Yep,
it's
that makes
zero.
sense. I couldn't tell what I was looking at.
All right. Well, there's still a couple of other little fields.
You're welcome to push out west if you'd like to do that. We haven't gone in that direction yet, so
All right, I'll push out
you
west.
could do that, and then you could tend north, and we'll head that way.
Here's some burrows. Some deeper burrows.
We don't want to go too west, though, because that will mean going shallower.
not
Not
gonna
where we
send
are
the
right
ship west,
now.
but-
Yeah, we're just going to go out at a tether line.
Okay, right.
To the west.
Sorry.
Mostly
Yeah.
west, but I won't drive the ship that way.
You shouldn't have said anything, Diva.
I know.
Maybe they would have gone west.
50-meter rock right below you.
What's that?
What's that red thing to the left?
What's the white
laser?
thing?
I think it's a fish.
Oh, look at that red thing.
There's all kinds of skates. And
Okay, so the red thing looks like one of the batfish, the mini pizza fish.
Let's go look at that.
do you want its face or its side or its?
Is it a pizza fish?
It
A
might be a
pizza
pizza fish.
I would like the face.
The personal pan pizza fish.
I think it was mini
It
pizza.
was a mini pizza fish. But tell me personal pan pizza doesn't sound good.
That is a beautiful pirouette.
Jeff, is it always you and piloting when we find these? I feel like it is.
No, I think Chris found the other one. I've never found one of these.
This is what happens when you attempt to swallow
said he
your
got
personal
one.
pan
Dan's got one.
pizza
Everybody
without
but me has got one.
biting off chunks.
We'll come around to the face of it.
I'm going to take this moment to thank Chris for
his
all of his
jokes.
jokes over the course of
Another
leg
20
one.
degrees.
He has helped us keep
Want
it
even
light
closer?
and enjoyable
Yeah,
while
more 20
still
degrees
accomplishing
around to the
great
front.
science.
There's
Agreed.
coral
Even though
right
most of them
there.
were pretty bad, Chris.
Yes, they were
Go a
bad
little
jokes.
bit more, but I don't want to plant down on the coral.
That's good right there.
That's good there. Okay. Look at that. Come on in.
Tilt down.
Oh, he's weird looking.
Get him to shake off that dirt. I want to see the pizza.
Max.
This one is a little bit more
Dirtier.
dirty. Yeah, a little crustier than yesterday.
It's got something in its
What's in
nose
his mouth or his
Ooh.
nose?
or mouth.
You know, I
Yeah.
think I may have enjoyed it more before we
Joke.
zoomed in that much.
Man, this shimmer's
Oh,
killer, huh?
it's a little crustier, and it's a mini pizza. See?
Oh my god.
I made a joke. I didn't even realize it.
Dev, stop.
Okay, pulling out for full. Those things on its back are, I don't know, for better words, exhaust holes.
Oh, that's cool. I'll tilt down just a touch.
So the thing on its nose, between the eyes, is actually a little lure. This is in the same group of fish as the anglerfish, but the batfish have a very short lure, and it generally points out or downwards, and the mouth is
I
on the
looked up
underside of the
after
body.
You guys saw it. I was
So the
watching
batfish
feed, so
feed
I
on
Googled
little
batfish.
crustaceans and things that
None of
live
the
in
Google
the
images that come up
substrate,
look like
in the
this.
sediment, instead of
Really?
luring things
Yeah.
in from the
Is this a
water
lot better?
like the bigger anglerfish
No.
do.
No, it's way
It's thought
cooler.
that maybe this lure
It's got a big horn on
has
its head.
a chemical
Now let's look down at the
function
bottom
that it
edge
can
of the
actually
fish.
produce some chemicals that might lure out little crustaceans and things for feeding.
That's
You
good.
can see the nostrils on each side of the lure, and then the eye kind of behind the nostrils. So they're anglerfish relatives, but they use a different mode of feeding than most of the anglerfish.
So, Bruce, where exactly is the lure?
That thing you guys got grossed
The little,
out about.
yeah, the little thing in the
It's
hole.
Yeah,
What's it
yeah.
supposed
It's the sort of three-lobed, kind of brownish or greenish structure in
Looks
the
like
hole
snot.
in the snout
Oh.
between the nostrils. The nostrils are the two rimmed sort of reddish things, and then you can see the eye up behind there.
Yep.
So instead of having the lure
Pulling
out
out
on
for
a
a full
long
specimen
modified
again.
dorsal fin ray like the goosefish that we were seeing on earlier dives, or like the frogfish have, this one has a short one in the hole in the snout.
Oh.
Might be able to stick that out a little bit, but not very much. So it's feeding on smaller benthic animals.
Yeah,
Very
just make
cool.
Sure we get lasers across
Honestly,
it
I
as
thought that was
well.
some sediment. It had gotten up its nose.
Faces are
As well
raw.
as there's an
I laced
ophiuroid
it
to the
on way.
right, what looks
Okay,
like
good
a
enough.
piece
Yeah,
of
again,
a
if you want.
nautilus
As
shell,
long as you got
perhaps
it.
in front. Crinoids all around.
Full wide.
There we go. Laced. Okay. Taking off. You want to take a quick snap on this guy, see what it is?
So this is an anemone that's retracted its tentacles. So all we're seeing right now is the column of the anemone.
Which we've seen on a number. We've seen this several times already.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
Do we know what type of an enemy this was?
I am not sure.
This is closed-up Isecnernus. It's in the family Ectonernity.
Thank you, Chris.
Tactinernity.
Do you wanna write down the log for us, please?
There's a not closed up one. Maybe.
Yeah, we've seen a number of them.
Thank you, though, pilot.
It's sort of been
Okay.
this, sea pens, and crinoids.
Well,
Sorry, keep
West is
blowing
a
the
little
spelling.
field.
It's Isectinernus.
Isectinernus.
The ground's kind of sparkling.
Never mind, I actually spelled it right for once.
Oh yeah, look at that. Something floating. Oh, right here. I don't know if I can. If you make it pop out, you can try for it. Yeah, that's alright. Let's go chase the shimmer. That sounds more exciting.
You're getting pretty stretched out.
Towards the west here.
Come down a little bit more.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the tether in your face though, so might as well not push too hard this way, but you can zoom a little. See if we can catch anything. Oh, are those, do you guys see bubbles? You see lots of bubbles and stuff in the water, but I guess that's just dirt.
I think it's stuff. The shimmery water's making
Wait a minute.
particulate lenses.
I see. Okay, let me just look down at the ground here and see if we see anything that would. Okay. Yeah, that's bubbles coming out of the ground. I can almost guarantee it. Right above the laser. Watch that hole. It goes bloop. Something comes out. Alright, well, I guess I could be wrong. I just could have sworn I saw them happen. Oh, apparently we're zooming.
Whoa, look at them run! They run!
Yeah, see them popping out?
I had no idea you're off.
Eyes are just playing tricks.
Diva
So
is telling me that
earlier,
she told me all along that these
We had
things
this
run.
conversation that she was seeing one moving one of their arms, and I was like, Deb, they can really move when they're ready.
It like bolted across the
And that
floor.
brittle star just, yeah.
Took off. Brittle star races. What's the orange thing?
Copy that.
So lots of ophiuroids here, all sort of
Tethers, I'm getting bounced around. So
trying
much
to go
shimmer.
somewhere.
Little crab guy. Alright, I'm going to back up.
yeah, if you want to stretch out north, I'll get a ship move in that way.
Okay. Thanks, Roland. Sorry about that, co-pilot. It will get better soon, I promise. There you go.
I wonder how long it would take
Nobody likes tether in
for
their face.
I'd be
a
curious
crinoid to
have,
find a rock,
instead
a
of maybe
newly
going due
arrived
north,
rock to the area.
paralleling that.
That's a really
Let's
good
say
question.
I just went and threw a rock off the ship right now.
We're clearly, the
Quite a large
temperature
one.
Gradient is clearly it's warmer.
How
to the
long
west.
would it take for it to be colonized by adult crinoids?
I would think it would actually be pretty fast.
I mean,
Well, that would mean
it
they
also
have
gets
like
shallower to the west, right?
Yeah, but if we
mechanoreceptors.
parallel
They'd
that
certainly
contour-
feel
Feel
the
the
current. They feel the
vibration.
current at least, if not the vibration.
Well, where,
Yeah, from when it arrives on
Right,
the
on-
seafloor.
How do you know
Exactly.
it gets warmer to the west? Is that something you were?
He was
So have we
Notice
decided
it. So
are
this is
adult
when I took
crinoids
over.
sessile?
This is when
Or are
Levi
they
went east.
hemisessile?
No, the hemisessile.
Okay.
How do I?
You can just push unpause.
They like crawl along the ground,
Okay.
dragging their stalks,
No.
and it's really creepy.
When Levi went east, it dropped 2 degrees C, or 2.5, and when Jeff
Oh, you're
went
saying
west,
just in these tether lengths?
yeah,
How much
Two-
should it change?
2 degrees C.
Just in like 60 meters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do it then.
I remember the first time I saw crinoids was when Bob Embley took me out on ocean exploration in
So we're gonna push a little
2005.
west
I
and
thought
north
they'd been
and,
extinct
Sure.
since the Paleozoic.
Maybe like
The
a
only ones that went extinct
maybe like a
at the
340.
end of the Permian were the ones that were attached.
Do
These
50
ones that
meters.
can move, I guess,
We'll
somehow
just keep calling
survive.
them in if we want to keep
And they
going.
only live in these depths where they don't really have to
Line
compete.
up on
Because
340.
they can't compete with things higher up
I'm
in
going
the
to do
water.
0.3, unless you feel that you need to need more time to inspect things, Jeff. Okay.
I have to say I've seen more crinoids on this leg of the expedition than I think I've ever seen before in my life.
Bridge, this is nav.
That's why we're staying
Yeah.
on the parallel.
Yeah, there have been
contour.
quite a couple.
Yeah, we're
But you do see them diving in some
can we get a
areas
ship
when
move,
you go
please?
scuba diving in.
Oh, they're not
We're going to
diving.
do
You're diving.
50
South Pacific.
meters,
Like the
bearing
crinoids dive.
340 at 0.3 knots.
No, in the Papua New Guinea and around there are lots of crinoids to see.
Fabulous.
That's it. You got it. Thanks.
So again, the pilots
I
have
did
just
not
seen
know they became that shallow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
the pilots have just seen temperature increases, and I mean I can't.
Let's go chase them a little
Yeah,
bit.
of course, but I just think it's the whole,
I think
we're in an
it's-
incredibly active area, and I just think it's likely permeating from the seafloor everywhere, or more so in some places than others. But I don't think we're going to find one place. But we're more than welcome to look, because that would be extremely exciting if we did.
Yes, I agree with you.
Did you hear that, pilot?
I think it's permeating from numerous different places.
Right.
Yes.
Is it worth probing the
The
sediment?
turbidity's increasing too.
If we do run into an area where we think we actually are sort of sitting on a high, it wouldn't hurt. Like if we're sitting on an area where we feel pretty confident that that's where the water is emanating from, it wouldn't hurt.
Okay, ship is underway. 340.
Copy that. I'm still looking 330. Pilot.
Okay.
Working my heading over that way.
Copy that.
Is that up on the? Oh,
What I'm wondering about, as Chris just yawned, is as we approach this little high ridge on the slope to the west of the ship,
It's got a little bump.
that seems to be where we're seeing this increase
Go
in
bridge.
temperature, and
My view is all down.
could be just, with diffuse
Okay,
kind
copy
of
that. Ship is rotating 10 degrees
emanation,
about the
as you
frame.
just mentioned,
Roger
but
that.
also could be associated with a fissure or something that we might see if we traverse
All right. I'm
this
on heading.
feature as we approach it from the south.
I'll go chase the shiny fish, though. Maybe it's a fish, maybe it's not. Can stay on heading. I'll track back as I need.
Copy.
sorry, Patty. I think I might have missed that. What feature are you talking about?
Oh, no. It's not a fish.
Okay, I was looking at the
Like looking at-
camera 3
Black.
and
Uh-huh.
bathymetry,
Okay.
and we are approaching
Yeah, very.
south of a little ridge
Yeah, just the end of it.
on the wall of. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So as we go over it, I
We
just
can take a look
was
at the rock.
thinking, keep an eye
See
out
what
for
it looks
fractures
like.
or whatever on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Okay.
sure I
Yeah, of
expect that we'll
course.
see anything, but we're
No,
happy to
but-
look.
Yeah,
What is that?
fractures, pop marks, all those
Right.
kinds of things, of course. And you can see the shimmering water here. I mean, there's obviously a temperature increase here, but it's from nowhere in
Interesting that there's
particular.
this little pile of dark rocks right here.
Good. Okay. Ship's underway, so I should mosey on. Are they turning about and coming
Yeah.
on our move at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deb or Diva, I'm curious, the red and the green lines on
Yes.
the temperature scale, which one is which? Is one ambient and one something measured?
I believe one is
No.
the high T probe and one
Exactly.
is a probe that's on the ROV at the
itself.
time. So they should be tracking pretty closely to one another because right now they're both just deployed on the ROV frame.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of shimmer over here.
Okay,
Some
thanks.
ones up.
but to be honest, I'm not sure exactly which one is which.
Just went over some shelled creature, went off the bottom right.
Oh, I was going for this white thing.
I just think it's interesting how many crinoids are lying on the ground.
Wasn't
Perhaps,
By lying on the ground, you mean fallen over, don't you?
well, or dead, or dying, or
What's that thing on the right?
perhaps, yes, this, okay, so there's a rock to the right, some sea pens,
Can we look at the rock?
anemones, but we're going to look at what's in this.
Oh.
This looks like a heart
We
urchin
can't look at the rock?
test in this depression.
Okay, fine. We'll look here.
But anyway, my point about the fallen over crinoids is that perhaps they
Rock over
settled
there?
here
Nope,
and
white thing first.
Oh, okay. Getting mixed.
then the temperature increased and they can't deal with that, or the chemistry of the water in this area has changed because of the
tornadoes look like.
activity in the area. I don't know.
It's hard
I
to
just
know.
think it's interesting how many are lying on the ground,
Eventually
not looking
move.
particularly good.
Certainly that one does not look particularly good, I would agree.
So this is a heart urchin test. And so we've seen 3 different types of
Design a
echinoid
little bit.
tests during this,
Up here.
or skeletons during this expedition. The very round ones are just regular urchins. Then we've also seen sand dollar ones, which are sort of flat and
significantly
oval,
lighter here.
whereas these are
Wow.
round and oval.
That is very interesting.
Catching up to you.
And they're extremely fragile.
So we shouldn't poke it.
So they're from, so they're an order of sea urchins called Spatangoida.
I don't like time. I want to take a look.
That's just a joke. I wasn't actually advocating that we poke anything.
And the rock is here.
And they're very, very, very strange urchins.
Sort of
What do they look like when they're alive?
Like that.
Oh,
Okay, continuing north.
something orange under it?
Yeah, sorry, Roland.
And they tend to burrow.
Intense.
uh-oh. What happened to my
Look
rock?
along here.
Blue fish with above lasers.
1 fish, 2 fish,
Those guys run into
red
the hole
fish, blue
Oh, yeah,
fish.
bluefish.
as we get close.
So this looks
Yeah,
like
it's a
another one of those.
tarfish. Tile.
This looks like another one of those
tile?
new species of tilefish.
This has a top.
At least we think it's a new species of tilefish. Oh, this one's holding its ground.
No.
Oh,
okay.
oh, oh.
It's pretty. All right. What's wrong?
See another one upper right.
Puppied off in the wrong way. Gotta go left. Sorry, Roland.
Yep, I just point them out.
Thanks. Oh, that's an interesting little tiki or something.
Yeah, that's a
That ship move's probably almost done.
Roger that.
Lots of these sea pens around here.
temperature went back down.
Temperature down. I'm way over to the east. Pushing west.
Thanks, Bridge. I'll just
Another one of these
just wait right here for
tilefish
you.
here. Wow, they just dominate this area in
Down to
terms
west,
of
see if it gets hot.
fish
See what's going out
biomass.
there.
sounds good.
Nav, just out of curiosity, what's the temperature differential from D2 to Sirius? I can't see SES from here.
Let's see. ROV temperature is 15.9.
Starfish
CP
left.
temperature
There's a starfish to the left.
18.4.
Sea star.
Interesting.
coming in.
3 degrees Celsius,
That's huge,
just from the 20 meters or so.
and that's ridiculous.
How much was it?
3 degrees C.
3 or 30? Oh,
3.
3. That's not that big.
Well,
In the deep ocean.
16 to 18.5, so
2.5.
it's 2.5.
Starfish is walking from left to right.
Roger that. Yeah, I saw him. Yeah, you can come in.
It's on the move.
See if we can
Not
get
very
his feet
fast.
and let it walk. on
Oh,
the
there he
street.
goes.
That is pretty fast for starfish.
Looks like
Wow, that
we didn't
is
know it was a
so
starfish.
interesting.
I assume it had 5 heads.
So you
all
can
trying
see
to pull
each
different
of his little
directions.
tube feet walking
No, this way, come that
along.
way. No, come over here.
God, that is awkward.
I'm more thinking
So
it's like
cool.
a bunch of ants carrying us.
Yeah. I'm with the ROV pilots on this. It looks like somebody holding something up and carrying it around.
No, if you just look at the legs, it's very Dr. Seuss, you know? Like, no?
What in the deep
Yes.
sea is not very Dr. Seuss?
That's true.
He's got some nasty spines. Don't pick that guy up.
I know, Roland.
Is that all your zoom?
No, I've got a little bit more. It's just so shimmered. It's out of focus.
That is really cool.
So perhaps this sea star could be...
Hang
Whoa.
on, he's going fast. He's got somewhere to be. Oh, gotta stop.
Got hung up. That head's pulling the other
No,
way.
he went so fast that he kind of like toppled over onto himself.
This don't look like very efficient feet to travel on.
So if any of you are listening to the both sides of the channel, the one with the engineering as well as the science, you're hearing many interesting conversations about how awkward this is and whether or not it looks like an efficient mode of transportation.
So he was booking along. He must have went a foot.
In like 2 seconds. 3 seconds.
I enjoyed the burst of speed at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Don't underestimate these. Thank you for stopping, pilot. That was great.
Of course.
That was great. I agree.
Yeah, whenever we push west.
So Chris was saying that starfish was likely from the family Astropectinidae. Thank you, Chris, for that ID.
Great.
Nav and pilot have just been informed we are leaving the bottom at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock eye.
Copy that.
I'm going to push out west here. See how much the temperature is.
So we have about a half an hour, 40 minutes left on the seafloor in this, our last dive of leg 1 of the deepwater exploration of the Marianas. And I think Diva and I would like to take this moment to thank all of you, not just the ROV crew, not just the ship crew, not just our shore-based scientists, but those of you who have followed along with us on the feeds,
Tweeted,
Facebooked, all that kind of stuff. We have very much enjoyed finding out how everyone following along feels about exploring along with us. It's been great.
And we're going to pitch that this is the first of 2 ROV legs in this Mariana region. The second one will take place from June
17th to, I believe,
July
July 11th.
10th. Oh, yeah.
And you've probably heard the names Shirley Pomponi and Patty Fryer so far, if you've been listening in with us. They are the Leg 3 biology and geology leads. They're both fantastic, and we think you're going to have a great time with them. I'll also mention that there have actually been over 1 million views of the live streams just for this leg alone. So we really do thank you for tuning in, checking it out, and enjoying the amazing diversity of habitats and geology that we've seen here in the Marianas. We're going to miss it.
Yes, tremendously.
There you are.
Now, like we forgot to say anything else. You can talk about the biology again.
I feel like that was the end.
No, we got 35 minutes left.
Looking at temperature rather than a screen.
I am compelled to remark on camera 3 on the sonar image. There's just beautiful image of the ripple marks on the seafloor.
Yeah, we grabbed a screenshot
Oh, wow.
of it. We've saved it for our own. Check out the cool sonar image.
Will you share it with me later?
Of course.
Awesome.
Clearly, will you
Roland
not
can
share
also
it with
record
me?
it.
Yeah, Roland can record it.
Tara can record it.
Wow. Thank you, Patty, for mentioning that, and thank you, ROV pilots, for already being on it and picking it up, because it's really cool looking.
So, as a note, you can look at the temperatures right now, and you see the high, and then the low, and then the high. That's west, east, west.
Stephen,
Interesting.
I've learned so much from you guys.
Just within the
I've
tether
enjoyed
length.
this so much.
Yeah, 40 meters.
For me to be able to do marine
What'd you say?
Science again
Starfish
has
behind
been
the lasers.
particularly
Right.
special, and
Just
I
put it-
really,
do you
really
wanna put another
appreciate
vision?
all your work. I know
We'll get
how
there.
hard it can
Sure
be at sea.
Okay.
It looks like you guys
You
had
guys want to
pretty good
continue on
weather,
340,
but it's still
or
pretty
push a
hard
little
to be
further
on
west?
a ship day
What do you
after
think?
day.
I'm
So I really, really
game
appreciate
for a
it.
little further west.
Thank you, Bob. And
You
we
do like a
really
330,
appreciate the fact that you've joined in with us
50 meters.
and provided so much of your knowledge about
do
the
that.
geology of the Marianas region.
330,
And I can
okay.
say that actually for each one of you. It's been so wonderful to work with our shore-based science team. It really does prove
Bridges,
the power of this community-based science exploration, just how well it works.
Yep, the power of
Standing by.
telepresence.
Yep.
This is Bob Embley. I'd like to second that. Thank you very much for all the hard work out there and for other.
All right, Bridge, we'd like to request a ship move, 50 meters, bearing 330 at 0.3 knots.
Appreciate it and
Thanks, Bob.
great
And
working with you all.
we're sorry that we didn't find another hydrothermal vent for you today, or for us. But actually,
You got it.
I will
Thanks.
note that we were just told if you look at the ambient temperature, which I think is up in stream 2 right now, is that correct? Yes. In stream 2, what they were saying is that they're seeing more of that slightly higher temperature flow as they move to the west, and then it comes back down to a lower temperature as they move to the east, which is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So there probably is some source that's a little bit further to the west.
Yep.
Brian, were you asking us
I
something?
think you're muted.
I was sorry, I was muted.
Okay.
Sirius is also 2 to 2.5 degrees warmer than D2 is.
Really?
See, that's why I think it's emanating from the seafloor, peeps.
Thanks, Bridge.
Why don't you repeat the whole thing?
Well, we're hitting a half hour mark, so if we want to poke
So
or
we've
grab a
been
rock, that's
remarking
the,
about the temperature changes that we've been seeing, and there was a conclusion that the further we headed west, the
It's
warmer
not your call,
it
Roland.
got. And so we weren't sure whether there was a source, like a point source emanating it further west, which we just weren't reaching, and it was drifting towards us, or whether it was just kind of seeping out from a lot of the seafloor in the west area, rather than being from one point source. And Brian, our not navigator, our co-pilot, has just said that Sirius, which is, how far above us is Sirius?
About, what, 30 meters at the most?
We're 20 meters off the bottom.
Right, so Sirius is about 20 meters off the seafloor, whereas D2 is pretty close, and there is a 2.5 degree temperature difference between the water that D2 is in and Sirius is in. D2 obviously being hotter.
No, that's the interesting. It's backwards. Sirius is hotter.
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't hear that? Sirius
No.
is hotter. Oh, there goes Diva's whole
yeah, no, now I don't even know what to say.
hypothesis destroyed. She has about a half an hour to figure out what it is she really meant to say.
No, I would totally thought it was the opposite,
Nope.
so I had something lined up.
Nope.
Yeah, I need a minute.
Wait a second. Are you speechless for once?
I'm thinking.
Oh, wow.
Something's floating in the water,
Something in the water.
floating above that.
I would believe there's something in
Go
the water
through it
here.
if you want.
Is that a fish?
No,
No.
Don't know what it is.
not important.
Not
Next.
important.
Debris.
I would always like to be a fish.
Where'd I go?
You're off to the left.
Still?
Yep.
I just was popping into view a second ago.
And then you pulled my heading. Heather pulled my heading off.
Roland, is the sonar in the
Tell I'm
quads
a little
green?
bored at pupping off, sorry.
I'm going to start calling you Jeff Wright here in the near future.
I'm going to repeat something that Patty Fryer said a few minutes ago, which is if you look at the ROV sonar, which is in the quad screen on stream 3, you can really see these ripples quite well. It's just fantastic to take a look at them.
There you
So
go.
I would totally draw your attention to that.
Look at this ripple. I don't know. There's all kinds of cool stuff here.
Let's
Should
go take
puppy
a
off,
look.
though. Once the ship catches up, I'll push. Maybe Copilot will track me over.
Just give me the word.
Yeah,
Yeah, co-pilot, we're
come a little left.
yeah, 330 is our current bearing. So
Yeah, that's what auto heading's set at.
yeah.
Offset a little bit. Different color here, huh?
Alright, I'm 10 degrees left of heading.
Thanks. That sounds perfect. Just land here. Looks just like I have lots of tether. So.
Looks like an enemy on a starfish or something there.
Yeah, we're going to land and see what we got here. That would be interesting. Enemy on a starfish. Come on in.
So a couple more brittle stars here.
Oh, I don't see an enemy or a starfish.
And some more squat
What is
lobsters.
that, though? Some weird colored yellow
There's a
and red.
tiny little red shrimp on it.
A flake of something. Something fibrous.
Maybe it's just a trital.
Guess so.
It
The guy
doesn't
on the
really
bottom
look like
right
anything.
Likes it.
It looks like
Guy on the
paper.
bottom right's eating it.
Yeah, or wood or something. Ooh.
Can we zoom out a tiny bit? Just to look at the whole little area again? And what's the piece up in the left corner?
That one looks more rock-like, but we'll zoom to it.
It could have been
Coming on
something
you-
that
coming up
something
on you quick, you got
anthropogenic
time,
that,
but
that
not a whole
fell.
lot.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's pushing out, so I think if you got to spin around to keep me in view, I don't.
Is that a rock?
Aye.
Yeah. I say we push on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
I agree with Amanda. It looks like cardboard. It's exactly what I was
That
thinking.
temperature differential between Sirius and D2 has dropped to about 1 degree Celsius.
Clear?
Clear. Continuing
How
on.
interesting.
Alright, I'll come line up on 330 again. Go looking between my toes. Ooh, look at all that out there.
Huh, what is
Oh,
this?
this is interesting.
I'm gonna get
Can we
to
just
it.
sort of keep zooming in and take
Yeah.
a look at what we're...
Yeah, of
get to?
course. I'm going to get right above this. We'll zoom in partial, and I'll mosey along it and see what we got. That sounds good to you. All right, video, you can come in so we can track along this.
Is that a C-pen
Oops.
that's folded over? What is that?
Yeah, you want to come in
No, it's
partial
just,
and just
it's
frame
just
all
a
this
really
white
wide. It's the
really
one
wide.
we saw at the
grayness,
beginning of the
and we're
dive.
going to mosey
very,
along
very
it and
wide.
see if we can figure
So
out what
this
it
to
is.
me looks a little.
Thanks. Perfect. Okay.
I mean, it looks like rock. Is this pumice again, do we think?
Do we have any more zoom?
I mean, it looks more like a hard pan. Like it looks somewhat continuous. But
Can we get a little zoom, please?
Yep. You can go a little tighter if you'd like.
all right, geologists, we got
This looks like a good patch. We'll zoom in close on this and see if we can sort it out.
I think they're washing.
Copy that.
Oh.
Thanks. Hold it there.
Carbonate?
zoom in if we can. Can we zoom in anymore?
Zoom, zoom.
Yeah, we certainly can.
Thanks, Bridge. Ship has stopped.
Yeah, take it away. You can zoom a little further. Thanks. That's Max. Watch lead.
Yep.
Thanks. Can we just hang out here for a
Gotcha.
minute?
I can.
Huh.
Would it help if we bonked it with a skid a little and see what it looks like when we scrape it up?
Could do.
I'm always happy to do that.
Give it a little bonk. I don't really want to poke it, but I can bonk it. Oh,
Just a bump, not a poke.
Yeah, we prefer not poking if we're not going to collect. The bonking's okay. So, all right, we can come out. I'll give it a little bonk, and then we'll zoom on the bonk and see what it looks like. Thanks.
Coming up.
Perfect. Okay. More like a scrape maybe here. Drop down. It's a little higher on my right, so hopefully I can reach it down in there, but we will give it a little. Alright, push down here. That's great. Oh, it's tough. It's hard to scrape. There we go. Alright, let's see if that did anything.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yep.
Temperatures drop right down here.
Okay.
Oh, we
Something
know there's no
came with
venting
it.
here.
Oh yeah, I got some stuck on my skin and came right up with it.
Oh my.
Oh yes. This is awesome. Late for the dust to clear. We'll see what we got.
Excellent. Thank you.
Of course. Chip stops. We got time. Of all things.
Could it be like ash? Accreted ash?
Come in a little bit.
Possibly.
Accreted,
Right
concreted?
here, where it broke.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean,
Thanks.
possibly. I don't really know.
Thanks. Go a little farther.
That's a great question.
Thanks. Does that assist at all?
Oh, it looks very interesting.
There's a piece that I picked up with the skid a little bit and moved over to the side so I can
Yeah,
look
I mean,
at that next and see.
I would be surprised if it was an ash deposit.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Yeah, it looks ashy, doesn't
I
it?
thought it was hard, but it's pretty soft.
I can't imagine that anything wouldn't get completely reworked in these currents. There's so much rippling that if this was an ash deposit, it would be mixed in somehow.
All right, I think the
So
dust
what
is clear
might it
enough.
be?
If you want to come out partial, we can look at the piece I
It's kind of hard to hear you, but I wonder if you and Viva have thought it might be bacterial mass.
No, I'm not convinced.
We have not said that, actually. Neither one of us
look,
thought
it's
it
like
was.
clay-like. This is what was.
Yeah,
this was
I
mushed
don't
up in
think
the
any
skid.
part of this is bacterial
Come on
or
in.
biological.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. There's an interesting little.
Okay, well, the skids are showing that it has a clay-like consistency. I hope that Bob's still on. I think I just heard him. And that's what, the fact that it's the material that the skids have pushed up looks like it's still coherent. Very peculiar.
Otherwise known as, I don't think the geologists really know what it is. But altered what? I mean, what would have caused this?
Well, hydrothermal alteration can take that basaltic material and turn it into clay, but, not. I don't think this is in-place ash. I would be, if I had to guess, I'd say it's some kind of hydrothermal alteration.
Yeah, that's my impression too, Bob. And that material too could be altered to clay with sufficient time.
Thanks. That's a great hypothesis.
Great. Happy?
Sure.
All right. We can continue on then. You want to come out for me, video?
It's Bob. I don't know. It seems like maybe you could have more of a coloration in it than altered material like that.
That was fun.
I don't know if I've ever seen altered material that's just gray like that.
I guess I would tend to agree with that, Bob, that,
toes in the sand.
I'm surprised that it wouldn't have some
To
other
wash it
color.
off later.
I do agree.
No, I washed it off. It's all down there. I left it. Don't worry. If you find any, it was from somebody else. I didn't do it.
If you wanted to bring up an opportunistic clay sample, that would have been okay.
What? How you tell me?
On the skid.
Oh,
on the skid.
Oh.
I know. I was like, what?
No, on the skid.
I was like, I could put it in the box if you want. You had to ask a long time, or a couple minutes ago. Here's another rock with. It's hard to find a rock without something on it.
So this is fun. In our final moments, we're
another ship move
finding
up.
things that we don't know what they
It's
are.
already lined up.
We are looking at
Great.
sediments that we just don't quite understand. We've got a couple of different suggestions about
Just
what
go
they
ahead
might
and
have
do it
been.
at
That poor
325
anemone
since
fell over.
that's
Look at
where
it.
you're at anyway.
Okay.
No, that's fine.
No, it's like hanging on its
Bridge, Nev.
side.
I mean,
Yeah, ship move please. 50
Still
meters,
managing.
bearing
That's all right.
325 at 0.3 knots.
That doesn't look big enough still.
Another test.
You got it. Thanks, Bridge.
Yeah, it's interesting. There are these ripples, and inside of each ripple is some of this clay.
Yeah. Can you just sort of wag over to the right, just pan right?
Right.
Because it looks like the ripples have a slightly different character right here. Maybe I'm wrong.
This, like, little
Yeah.
divot right here? Talking about?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
No, you want me to zoom at all?
Yeah, zoom in.
Yeah, come on in.
Okay, coming in. We've had a great...
Sorry, that's my
well,
fault.
they did look different.
I don't know what the delay was on that. I changed the stick
All right,
input.
let's just keep moving.
That's partial.
What I was going to say is that actually today we've had a lot of really interesting discussions about ripple marks and about how they form. And we had that conversation both in the crater where we saw all sorts of different patterns and also out here. So it's been very, very interesting. Two anemones hanging out on a rock.
Oh. There's a lot of ripple right
Do you think
here.
they're friends? Or do you think they're competitors?
Partners,
Oh.
Do anemones
friends,
have
competitors,
and partners,
enemies.
etc.? Enemy and enemies, huh?
Oh,
Enemies.
that was great.
That
well
was
done,
terrible.
Jeff. That was I thought that was great.
I think you need to repeat that for everyone following along at home. I think that needs to be repeated for everyone.
The pilot just said they might be enemy and enemies.
I have saying it's not original, but it's the first time I heard it.
There's another one of these starfish that
yeah, it just jumped right here.
Let's totally go check out the starfish again.
He was just, I thought he had a crawl and go, so I was, I got a second. I can take a look. We should continue.
All right, I'm going to follow you a little bit.
Thanks.
So right now in the shot we can see two different types of sea pens. One which
start in
looks
video.
very conventionally like
Thanks.
quill
Yeah, see,
pen. Then we've got,
Oh my.
he's moving in a different way.
That's a different way to
And he is a different starfish.
It's so funny. It really
Or a
looks
sea
like
star.
it really looks like they're
Or
being
asteroid.
picked up from below and just sort of walked around rather than locomoting themselves.
I mean, that one looked like it was blown a bit by us.
Yes, that's true as well.
Unlike
It's very flat.
I didn't do any.
What kind of starfish is that?
Wasn't me.
Can I
See?
come in
Ooh.
more?
Ooh.
Yes, you may.
Okay, coming in.
You got about 30 seconds probably.
Okay, I'm going to hold right here.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I'll come out.
Thanks.
And look
Ooh,
at all
that
those
guy's
brittle
running
stars
away.
around.
Two different
Jeez,
star locomotives.
he's moving.
All right, time to go.
All right.
Oh,
go.
whoa! That opioid did not like being like. Oh,
Alright,
and those
yeah,
are
I
hermit
gotta
crabs.
come
Did
out
you
wide.
see the white? Did you see the white thing move
No, I did not.
when the
But I'll
opioid
trust
went?
you.
Everything went with it.
So you're saying all of these little white dots say all
I don't know if all of them are, but
Okay.
certainly that one was because it
Yeah, I
started
gotta
to
undo
move
my
once the
part.
opioid hit it,
Okay.
or possibly
All
the sea
Gotta
star. I
undo
can't
my
remember
wand,
which.
Don't worry.
Interesting.
270.
Yep. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's a lot lower over here. Look at that. We're heading off into lower altitude or deeper water.
About 15 meters left in that move. I can go ahead and call it in here and shift direction a bit if you'd like.
I don't. Shift direction which way?
Move it more northerly rather than. I guess this may be just a local depression, huh?
Well, I think it's going to start downhill that way, so more northerly might actually take us
Oh, I
downhill
see. Yeah,
more.
you're right. It's going upslope to the west. Okay. We'll just leave it here then.
What do we have left? 15 minutes?
Yeah, it's not much time.
We'll let that move finish and then I'll eat up the rest. Just
Okay.
stretching my tether. Because this is a little awkward currently. Looking between my skids. turn around and face the hillside here. And look up a bit. There we go. This is more comfortable, or at least a better view. So we're definitely going a little downhill. Yeah. Got a little steeper. That's okay. So we've only got like 10 meters left or something?
Yeah.
Almost done. Roger that.
So another one of these, probably black corals.
Less than that, yeah.
Right a little bit. I gotta go. Right a little.
Those are the curly ones. Sea pen on the left.
You want to check out the curly sea pen?
No, we think it's a black coral.
Oh.
It's okay. We've seen them already for this dive.
All right.
I mean, you can go and look at it if you want, Jeff.
No.
That's not a direction you want to be heading right now.
Right.
Sure it is. Be fine. The plan will become clear soon.
Okay, copy that.
But I'll keep moseying this way for comfort's sake. You can let your camera go almost all the way down.
Copy that. Video, can you give me a little more iris on Sirius?
Ooh,
Thanks.
what's that?
The white thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Video.
Zoom.
Okay.
We will.
You know what I found really interesting
Mazda.
on these dives? On these dives has been that
Anemone.
no, it is.
No, wait.
It's been interesting to
is that?
see what people think is cute, what people think are very interesting, what people are seriously creeped out by. It's been kind of cool.
Do you just mean on the boat?
Oh, that's a weird.
Not just on the boat.
Anemone.
People on Facebook, people on Twitter. Everyone has really strong opinions, I think, about some of the things that they see on the deep sea. I know some of the things that have creeped me out, certainly.
Yes, so do we.
Yes, I think everyone knows now that I'm not the hugest fan of crustaceans.
Really? I think everybody
Except
but
for
I
Jeff.
knew that. Do we want a closer
Everybody
look at
loves
this,
the
or do we know what
batfish.
it is?
I like the batfish.
Yeah, I like the batfish too.
Were you
No,
creeped out by the
partial.
batfish?
Yeah, we'll go for it here.
No, we like the brat.
Oh, yeah, I like the
Is that a
batfish.
nudibranch we're looking at?
I think it's an anemone. What?
It is an
Never looked at
anemone.
What's
yeah.
to the left? Is that just? No, it's probably just sediment.
We're getting a little closer here.
And it's an Isaac Ternernus anemone.
Sorry, video, you just have to track focus.
It's okay.
Chris ID'd it a little while ago, earlier in the dive.
And touchdown. Okay. You're coming a little tighter.
Okay, coming in.
Thanks. There we
Holes
go.
here.
That's better.
Has lips.
Beautiful shot. And we can see an anemone in the foreground. You can see the red of a spot lobster in the background.
You can see beautiful, beautiful small clasps everywhere.
Ship move just about done.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been done a
finished,
while.
I think.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
definitely
moved in
done.
several minutes.
Awesome. We've planned this perfectly.
I'm going to try and come in a little bit more.
Okay, you may.
Let's see.
Yeah.
That's max.
Okay, is there a shot you want in particular, or you like this one?
I like this one. This one's
Okay.
pretty.
I'll hold it.
It's cool. It's a funky one.
It is a funky one, isn't it?
Trying to get the...
Ooh. Take as long as you need. We got lots of time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
If you want to get a
I'm
real
trying
good
to
shot of
focus.
this, he's pretty.
It's hard. There we go. Oh, no.
This is just amazing.
I'll come out just a little bit for a full...
I will definitely
Okay.
miss
There
the
you go.
incredible zoom of D2.
Yeah, the high resolution imagery that this ROV brings to the deep sea floor
And to people all around the world.
is totally amazing.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay, great.
Ready? Coming full wide.
Thanks.
That's full wide.
Awesome. Thanks
Good.
a lot. Okay, so to recover, You need to go right, and I need to go right. So, why don't you follow me? I'm going to turn right. Why don't you